Hello, friends, and welcome to Pathologic, Volume 1, Episode 33. How is Enigmarch treating you? If you haven't been following along, Enigmarch is an event where puzzle creators make a new puzzle every day, all month in March. And you can find my contributions on Discord by following the link in the description below. You can also search for the hashtag Enigmarch on pretty much any social media network of your choosing, and you'll find creators sharing lots of puzzles this month. So it's a real treat to see what people cook up based on arbitrary prompts every day. People come up with a wide variety of things. So look out for that. But today we are going to be solving a puzzle together that someone else created. And in this case, the creator is Jovial, and the puzzle type is a Shikaku, which is one that I am not familiar with by name, but I see it's a region division puzzle, and I'm sure we will figure it out together. So in order to do that, let's take a look at the rules. Shikaku is a pencil puzzle in which we will divide the entire grid into rectangular regions, each containing exactly one circle. So what we're going to be doing is drawing lines along the dotted lines in the grid to divide things up into regions. As you can see here, there are rectangles of all different flavors here, including squares, which are fine, and every one contains exactly one circle, so we don't have any regions that are empty, nor have we joined multiple circles into a single region. Those are both disallowed. A number inside a circle indicates the number of cells in its rectangle. So first off, not all the circles need to have numbers. Those just indicate these are in a region. We don't know how big the region is, but if the region does have a number, we can count 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 cells in this region. Those are the rules of Shikaku, and it's time to solve a puzzle. Today's Shikaku puzzle was set by Jovial. All right, let's see what we can find out here. We have some small numbers and large numbers, which we always look for first in a pencil puzzle. I see a 35, which is huge, as well as a 1, which is tiny. Let's take care of the 1 right away, because there's only one way we can put that into a rectangle, and it's like that. The 35, I think we can also immediately dispose of, because how are we going to make a 35? What are the factors? What are the possible two number factorizations of 35? 5 times 7 seems most likely. And since those are prime factors, the only other option we'd have would be 1 by 35, and that's not going to fit in this grid. So how can we put this circle in a 5 by 7 region? Well, it's not going to go 7 across, because while there are 7 cells in its row, we couldn't extend that either north or south without hitting another circle. So it's going to be 5 across, and it's going to be 7 tall. And the 5 across can't go any further than this, and they can't go any, well, it could go this far, but if it goes this far, again, we're not going to be able to extend that north or south without hitting these clues. So we're going to have to shrink that at least this far, and in fact exactly that far, because you can see these are now 5 wide. So we've got 5 wide by 7 tall, and that is the only place that 35 region can possibly go. This is maybe not intended to be a first step on this puzzle, because it is a very large region, but I just happened to see that was the only fit, so we might as well start there. Other things we can look at. Let's look at this 9. How could this 9 be satisfied? Well, we could do a 9 as a 1 by 9 or as a 3 by 3. And a 3 by 3 isn't happening. I think that's pretty clear. The 14 is going to block it from being on all the way to the left, and the 7 blocks it if we shift it over it at all. So it's not a 3 by 3. It's a 1 by 9. that could either go down, but 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, there's not enough room. So it could also go horizontally. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There is barely enough room for it to fit there. So that's going to be how the 9 works. Now, another thing we can do, in addition to just picking out individual clues and seeing where can they fit in the grid, we could look at areas that don't have, that are not yet part of a region and see which circle they could possibly reach. Let's look at this cell below the 1. We've kind of sandwiched this in, so this cell can't be part of a region that is anything other than a horizontal line, which means it needs to connect to a circle to the left or to the right. And to the left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, it would take 7 cells to get to the next circle, and that's only a 5. So that's not it. So it's got to go and meet up with this circle instead, and it can only barely do that. So that's a given region. And now this little dead end, similarly, needs to be a 1 wide region, and it's going to go up here, meet this 4, and that's as far as it can go. So we can kind of bounce back and forth between those two types of deductions, I think, in a puzzle like this. This 7 clue is bounded on the north and south, so it has to be a horizontal one. Where could that fit? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It goes at least that far. It could go up to 3 in this direction. This 14 is going to be hard to satisfy. We can't do a 14 long clue in either direction. The puzzle itself is only 12 by 12, so this 14 is going to have to be 2 times 7. Those are because they're both primes. That's the only option for how we can make that a rectangle. And the 7 is obviously going to have to go vertically. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It goes at least that far. And it has to go 2 to the right. And it can't go any further south. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's going to have to stretch 1 further north. And that fully defines the 14. Now this 7 we know a little bit more about, because it can only go west up to 1 cell now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to go at least 6, 7, at least that far. I think the 6 might do the rest of the work on the 7, though, because this clue can only go at most 1 cell east, because if it went 2, then it couldn't extend down, and it would be stuck. So it's at least, at most one to the east, so it's going to have to go south at least 2 to make at minimum a 2 by 3. And could it be a 6 tall? No, it couldn't. So this 6 is now fully defined, which bounds the 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like so. We could have used uniqueness to show that the 7 doesn't extend to the west. Like a speed solver probably would do that, but I try not to use the fact that a puzzle is unique in its solution unless I'm told that that is part of the constraints. So we'll get all these things from other deductions. Okay, so this 2, how far north could it go? It could go up to there, and that's the furthest it could go. So this belongs to this clue, as does this. This cell right now could come from the 2, or it could come from the 5. So we don't know that yet. Let's see what else we can do easily. This 12 is probably vulnerable. It can't be just a horizontal region. It could either be a 2 by 6, or it could be a 3 by 4. 2 by 6 does not appear possible anymore because the 35 is hemming it in. So it can't, it would hit this clue or this clue if we tried to do a 2x6. So it is a 3x4. 3 tall, 1, 2, 3, 4 wide. That's the only way that's going to work. It is, in fact, those cells making up the 12. And now the 5 clue. Prime numbers are nice in a puzzle like this, I think, because they're always going to be just a 1 by that number. We can't make any other rectangles out of a prime. So this 1 by 5 can't go horizontally now, so it's going to have to go vertically. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That defines the 2, and that defines our mystery region as well. Now we can subdivide this on the left. We need a 6, which is a 2 by 3, and that can only go one way, leaving the 2, the 1 by 2. All right, how about this 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's the only way it's going to fit, and it's got to be a vertical line like that. Okay, now we've got an 8, we've got a 2, and we've got 2 mysteries. Let's think about this cell. What rectangle could it be part of? It has to be one that it can reach horizontally, vertically, or making a rectangle diagonally without hitting any other circles. And so it could reach that if that number weren't a 2. But it is a 2. So we're going to have to go at least 1 wide. And when we go up, we're going to hit a circle right there. So it is at least these 6 cells and can't extend any more to the west, because if it did, it would run into this 1 clue. So this is bounded at 2 wide. We don't yet know how tall it is, but this dead end is going to tell us most of the rest of the picture here, because this now has to connect to something, and the only thing it can do is go north until it hits a circle, which is this circle, and now we know what this mystery region looks like. So we just need to figure out the size of this, and the size of this we can figure out by looking at the 2 clues that are left. They add up to 10, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cells left if this doesn't extend. So it doesn't extend, so it must go like that. And could the 2 go south? No, we would be left with an irregular region left for the 8, so the 2 must go west, leaving us with a 2 by 4 for this 8 clue. And that is all of our regions, so let's check our answer. And that is how you solve a Shikaku. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, and check out the description below for more free puzzles.